Hello, my name is Felipe Garcia. I am a game design student, and this is my first proper intro level in Unreal Engine. I've never used Unreal Engine to this capacity, by myself before. This is something I've been working on in class. Sorry, I'm kind of losing my train of thought. It is a walkthrough horror simulator. In this game, you will be as a lone person walking through this abandoned spaceship that you may or may not be alone in. You're going to find through the notes, the read the codes that you can glean off the notes and type it into the keypad. That way you'll be able to, make your way off the spaceship. There's not much to this game so much as it is just a walking sim, and you'll notice that there is no music, but there are sound effects. By reading this note first, which presses E, not only can you find a little bit of background of what's going on, feel free to pause to read the note. You can also read that the person writing you the note has left you a flashlight and has even told you how to use it. This game is only for PC. Game is a strong word. In this entire place, you are alone, abandoned. You can walk around and see if you can find anything else, but all of your objectives are covered under this light as something to draw the player towards. If you can hear that thumping sound, that is your heartbeat going off. I didn't want to put music because I think music is good, but it's a good indicator of what's going on. If music becomes too... If music has just the ambient noise, you can tell that it's just the music going on. And it's possible for the music to, for better or worse, indicate what's about to happen. That's why I didn't want to have any music and only sound effects. If you can see, the walls are all very plain textured. The reason for that is I feel it gives you a much better fear of how claustrophobic this ship actually is. It should make you feel, or I hope it makes you feel, because the point was for it to make you feel a lot more enclosed. Each note will either give you the answer, or it'll give you a hint to what the answer is, or it will make it a little bit clear on what the code could be. He'll even tell you in the note what you should do. A little bit. Not every light is necessarily somewhere you want to go, but it gives you a good indicator of where you should go. It's quite possible that you're alone here. It is quite possible you are not alone here. All the doors doors that are there or doors that are not there, are all marked by this glowing neon bar that gives you light. I feel like this gives you a very good sense of what to do, where to go. Here it gives you a little bit of background of what's going on, but also tells you what the answer to the next keypad is. However, it doesn't actually put it in that note. By going around, looking through all of the other places, checking all the lights, checking all the areas, you should be able to find the codes pretty simply. (1957) gives you the answer. The background is that you've woken up from cryo sleep and you don't know where you are or why you're here alone. Thankfully, the person in the notes is guiding you out of here, you hope. That was weird. Running. I designed this game to be a little bit the feeling of like anything could be in the darkness, and anything could be in the darkness. I find games where you can't see properly where you're going, what you're doing, are quite scary. So I'm trying to add that into this walking sim. You know, a lot of time constraints also means that I had to reduce the amount of things I was going to add in. But I think that with the time I've had, I think I've done a decent amount of job in understanding how the system works. I spent quite a lot of time working on the keypad system itself, thanks to a number of online tutorials, help from my classmates, and my teacher, who have been quite patient with me. Yeah, there's a few little mistakes that I'll be fixing as soon as I'm done recording this. And this one doesn't actually give you the code, nor is there a note to find. Here you'll just have to figure out. It is a very simple question, but I'll probably end up adding another note. Unfortunately, could not lock the flashlight in place. That was a bit of a difficult task. I think for what I've been able to do, I think I've done something close to the best of my abilities. I've separated the level into a couple of different rooms, sections. There's not really any puzzles. This is the closest thing to a puzzle that you'll have to deal with. The code is a note. Just remember, the code is in the note. Just remember, I don't make mistakes. A equals 1, which is just a alphabetical number, alphabet to number code. And in here, and right now, the code is kind of simple. It is, because the code is something that he just doesn't make any mistakes on, you need to understand that the thing is that all you have to do is just redo it. You just read through the note and then just find the quote-unquote mistakes and then extrapolate from there. For this one, it's a little easy because I didn't want to make it too difficult because I didn't really explain the thing properly in the other notes, because this is supposed to be the introductory level of this game. But right here, it is, I wonder what you'll be thinking when you get there. I mean, 2 E's, which would be, if A equals 1, E would equal 5, making, blah, 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 getting worse. John, I feel like I'm gonna get one soon, but I can feel like escape pods. Good luck if something's here, you don't see it. So the code is actually pretty simple. It's 5129. 5129. I hope I don't forget that while I'm walking over there, because I forget things on occasion. Because I know what's going to happen. It's not scary to me. 5129. Also, I made the buttons glow because that way, even if the flashlight wanders off like that, you can just see the keypad. And as you make your way to the exit, I feel like the best part of the game is that you don't make it to the exit. Whether that's good or not is something that I've been working on. And thank you for following along. Feel free to read the notes that I've left. I'm also going to probably be making additions to this. I would like to extrapolate this a little bit more. I would also like to take my professor, Sam Way. Thank you for watching.